What's up, everybody? We back with another message, another video. Thank you to all my new subscribers and future new subscribers. You know we do nothing here without God because everything is spiritually led by God over here. We cover the world from a spiritual and physical aspect to get the raw, real, and uncut answers. So anything you hear, anything you see in these end times, may you test the spirits, aka take the words and visuals back to prayer with God, as there are many Decepticons running around these end times sent from the enemy. Had a strong, close, and personal relationship with God. Good, great, awesome. Okay, so let's just start with the day, you guys, because today has been a crazy day. Um, I didn't know what was going on. The Lord sitting here, I done seen angels around my car just standing around today. So it's better than the way it started off. All right, so let's just start it off for you. So I had a really hard time getting up this morning. And I mean, I felt really tired. The enemy tried to make me not feel too well, but that didn't last long. He been trying to try it, but it ain't been working out so well for him. So when it comes down to it, I get past that part. So I get in one of my cars. And, I go to get food. The Lord tells me, what I can get. I go get it. Get out of my car, come back in my car. So why do I get back into my car? And I start my car up. And the locks go up and down. So lock, unlock, lock, unlock, lock, unlock. And then on the monitor where it shows like the amount of gas, your speed and gears and stuff, it showed I didn't have any gas. I mean, I had gas, but the monitor was messing up. No miles were showing. I couldn't, when I changed gears, could see what gear I was on. So I had to count. And my locks were just going up and down, up and down, up and down. I'm like, Father God, in the name of Jesus, I know the devil is a lie. I will not die. I'm getting home. You ain't about to lock me in my own car. So I wasn't laughing at that moment. I can laugh about it now, but that was not funny. I said, Father, you gonna have to get me home because I'm gonna have to switch cars. This ain't it. I turned that joker off one time and turned it back on just to see if I was, I was like, okay, let's just make it make sense. Oh, it still wasn't making sense. It was doing the same thing. So I said, oh my Lord, you're gonna have to get me home because I don't know what's about to happen. So I'm trusting God to get me home, right? I get home, switch cars, go into my other older one. Thank God for this. And so I called my dad and I tell him, I said, what happened pretty much. And he like, you're gonna have to get you one of a different car and whatnot because those cars old and all that. I keep telling you, you know how parents be. Unknowingly to him, I'm waiting on the Lord because I can't do nothing right now. So, but I can't tell him that because clearly the understanding won't be there and I ain't trying to deal with all that. So I said, yeah, I know. So, I go to where I'm going to record and I'm sitting down. I don't even want to record. I was supposed to do certain calls today. I could not do them today because my day just was not going according to plan. And I'm sitting there telling the Lord, I said, Father, now I have to leave to do these calls right now and record. And so he's like, and so I'm just sitting there like, Father, now you the one that got me in this situation. So you're going to have to get me out because it's crunch time. I'm sitting in the car like, I said, now I trust you and I love you. And I said, you know what? I don't know why you did this, but I said, thank you in advance. I just said, thank you. Thank you. I don't know what you did. I don't know what you up to or what's going on, but thank you. He's telling me to get a whole testimony. So he gave me the okay to speak on the whole thing. So, I sit there and I get ready to record because he tells me to record. Now, in the middle of the recording, I had to redo a part because my dad just so happened to call my phone. And I'm like, oh, Lord, what happened? He starts it and drives and it says, yeah, everything looked normal to me. I don't know what you saw. And I'm like, okay, Father, what was that? What's going on? Let me get home and see what my key for myself was really going on. So, you know, I'm like, Father, what? Like, literally after I said, I trust you and whatever you did, just thank you. And boom, my dad gives me that phone call in the middle of the recording. And this whole situation did make my day better. Like, the enemy tried it with me, but it just didn't work out. It just didn't work out. Oh, so the minute I said thank you and I trust you, you know, the Lord gave me a response too before I recorded. He said, my timing is perfect and everything happens for a reason. I said, I really did not want to hear that type of response, but okay. You know, I'm like, oh my Lord, okay. Out of everything you can say to me, you want to say that. So I appreciate him nonetheless. But, you know, I'm thinking of 100 different things in that moment. But yeah, soon as I said thank you, it worked out for me. And he gave me that test. Because I'm telling y'all, that stuff was crazy. I ain't never seen nothing like that happen in that car before. It was supernatural. And also, earlier last week, my car was not starting. And it would act like it's turning on, but it wouldn't start. So I said, oh my gosh. I said, Father, no. I said, no, come on. I said, no. I said, this car is going to start because this is not going to happen. And it started. So the Lord been testing me so hard right now. He's been testing me. And, you know, the situation I'm in, I can't really do what I'm doing at home because, again, my family would not understand that. They just would not understand what I'm doing. This is the full time. This is my job that I'm doing. Because both my parents have been asking me, like, well, what are your plans are, you know? My dad's like, well, you stop going to classes in school. Because if you don't know in my testimony, I told y'all, like one of the couple of first videos I did back in December, I told y'all that the Lord pulled me out of my job and stopped me from going to university because I was in a transition process to finish everything up for accounting. So he pulled me out. So I can't sit there and tell them, oh, well, I'm not going because the Lord got me for the rest of life. And I've pretty much retired because the Lord has had me do his work. So I get to retire at 26, you know. 25 I was at the time. Probably wouldn't go over well, you know. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So they don't know what I do. And God told me to be quiet about that. So, you know, I'm thinking to him like, Father, now you come on now. But yeah, it all worked out as far as this whole situation with my car. And I'm just thankful for that. And it's so funny because I can tell y'all this. So, because I know I'm going to eventually need something new because the ones I have are old. And so, you know, depend on the Lord to have me have a reliable, super reliable, newer sense of transportation because I'm not settling for nothing less than that because I have God as my father. You know, I think big, I pray big, I don't do small. I do big things for the Lord. I'm helping people. Like I'm not about to, our treasures in heaven are huge. Why am I praying little? You know, so it's going to be new and nothing but new. But yeah, so I actually told him what I wanted because he told me to tell him. And while I'm sitting here in a phone call and I'm having a conversation and I see the car in a different color pull up in front of me. And he used to do that all last year. He used to keep showing it to me. I've had dreams about this thing, you know. So I'm not going to go into detail what and where, you know, so the enemy don't know all that. But the Lord has allowed me to share this with you guys because you don't really, you know all the details, but you know a little bit of something because he want to show y'all how he operate. And he's just so funny. He's so funny. So God is just so good. I just want to tell y'all, you know, you've got to have trust because the minute you put all that trust and faith and he see your heart is fully trusted in him, your situation is going to turn around. Because when I got that phone call in the middle of recording, my dad told me everything looked normal. I said, Father, you put me through it today just to test the faith that I have. You know I don't play that. No, I done had situations where I was at the gas station at the pump and That same car, the car would not start because of that battery. When I had issues a long time ago, I was like, no, long time ago. That was last year before I even did this. And that car started up and it wasn't nothing but the Lord. So, hey, it is what it is. When you put trust in him, he's going to do it for you. And he did it for me today. So I hope that this message helps people that's going through something when you don't see a quick and immediate result, that understand that when you put the trust in him, it's all about his timing. All right. So peace and blessings, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.